The problem is you're nervous to take care of your own needs. You want to, but you're not sure how to, and you're not sure what they even are. You've been so used to worrying about what everyone else needs, you've lost sight of what you actually want. And when you do ask, you feel the world meets you with a stony silence. In this episode, we are looking at how to nurture your inner self in a world that's felt cold, and you'll discover what nurturing really looks like, why nurturing and authority don't really mix, and how to feel nurtured when life's been cold, even if you're super self sufficient. So, first of all, what does nurturing actually look like? Well, nurturing is a kind of step away from the avoidance of emotional intimacy. The basis of nurturing is something that takes place in childhood, where a parent teaches a child self care through their unconditional love and affection for them, where the child gets to feel special and valued. By doing so, the child gets to learn to acknowledge their emotions and their feelings. Yes, you've guessed it. What happens if that wasn't your reality? Or you grow into an adult who is afraid at some level of true emotional connection and emotional intimacy. It's hard to trust it, which is why nurturing feels alien and a fear of authority normal. So, why does nurturing and authority not really mix very well? Because when you've come from a background where nurturing wasn't part of the narrative, you assume authority means control. Therefore, you rebel, and you rebel not by allowing yourself any kind of authority, including your own, but you remain nervous of external ideas of authority. And that means anything that's really labeled by society as authority. So, for example, any adult in a uniform, and assume everyone else is the authority but you. So, how do you allow yourself to feel nurtured when life has, frankly, been cold? Well, what I got sucked into for a long time was the belief it's much safer out there alone. It wasn't until I started to question why I thought that did I start to realize being alone was trauma related rather than a desire to be alone. So, what are three little things you can do to invite nurturing when the world has felt cold? Number one, practice self regulation. Studies show those who haven't experienced enough nurturing in their early life are less likely to know how to regulate their own moods and their own emotions, simply because they've never had a marker to. So if you suspect you're feeling down or in a bad mood, instead of ignoring it, offer yourself nurturing by asking why. Number two, let go of feeling shame because you need to be nurtured. People who need to be nurtured often avoid relationships because they panic that they'll be too needy. So instead of risking being needy, they avoid close relationships altogether. So practice shame release. Say to yourself, I need a relationship that will nurture me, and that's okay. Number three, accept your unconscious resentment. If you experienced a chilly early life that lacked nurturing, you'll be in the habit of making an excuse for it. You'll say, well, it's how things were then, or something similar. But at the same time, saying that, you'll feel a secret resentment. Own the resentment. Say to yourself, yes, actually, my early experience of nurturing wasn't acceptable. I accept it wasn't acceptable. I don't need to make excuses for it. And then let yourself feel the wave of feelings. Let them pass through you and let them go right the way through. And then you'll soon feel a new neutrality. It will take a few goes, but you will feel you can more easily nurture your inner self. Remember, it's not about perfect, it's about progress. So, would you like me to help you accelerate your ability to feel warm inside? Meditation accompanying this episode will fast track you to releasing the impact of feeling the world has been cold. So, give the dissolving heartbreak meditation a go now, because it will release from you stored energy in the unconscious ruling your world. That's because you don't make logical decisions around nurturance. You make illogical decisions based on unwanted unconscious beliefs, which have been stored in the body for years, and even sometimes have been passed through the generations to you. As Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So, this meditation will help you undo those unwanted unconscious beliefs by releasing the energy stored in your body, like popping a bubble, just like that. To orchestrate magic in your life, simply make your unconscious conscious. The fastest way to do that, to make your unconscious conscious, is by using my meditations. Even if you've never done a meditation before, it's fine. You just follow the words. You have time. There is always time for something this important. If you don't already have access, you can download a copy for free from heidisawyer.com/52. That's heidisawyer.com/52. Okay, so now you've looked at how to nurture your inner self in a world that's felt cold. The next step is to learn how to move on from insecurity. So, guess what the next episode does? It addresses dissolving insecurity, discovering your inner parent. So make sure you set a reminder now to join me for the next session, which I will release on Saturday at 4 p.m. That's UK time. And I will then be in the Intuitive Sensitive Persons Facebook group for an hour from 4:30 to answer any of your questions that you have about this episode and to interpret your symbolism from doing the meditation. Because your unconscious shows you how to change things through symbolism. Numerous cognitive neuroscience studies state your unconscious drives 95% of your life, your conscious mind only 5% of your world. I believe intuitive sensitives are the new leaders because their sensitivity aligns with the new superintelligence, the deeper senses. So when you not only read my interpretation of your symbolism expressed through the meditations, but other intuitive sensitives' experiences, you develop your own fast link to understanding a further 95% of your world. How enriching is that? If you don't already have access to this leader group of intuitive sensitives, then visit isptribe.com. It's letter I, S, P, tribe, all as one word, .com. If you are not sure if you are an intuitive sensitive, then visit heidisawyer.com/quiz to find out, and you might be very pleasantly surprised. So share this episode if you know someone who is struggling with self-nurturing, because they will be very pleased that you did. So go now and listen to the free meditation, Dissolving Heartbreak. If you don't already have access, you can download a copy for free from heidisawyer.com/52. Do it now, because then you're not allowing the limitation of perfection to get in your way. We believe your capacity for empathy gives you a unique perspective. The way we help you access your uniqueness is through developing your intuition, your inner world. When you allow yourself this part of you, life is easy. So go now and listen to the powerful meditation. And always remember this: your sensitivity is your greatest asset. Till next time, bye for now.